So today we will be learning about nested loops. So what are nested loops? Nested loops are loops which have a loop inside of them. So let me just go ahead and show you an example. Let's define a class and say nested loop public static void main, and here we will be putting a for loop. Let's do the wait, oops. A and n equals to 0, let's say 1, and we will be running the for loop until n is lesser than, let's say, 6, meaning that the for loop will be running 5 times, and we will be incrementing the value of n by 1 every iteration. Let's have a similar for loop inside the for loop. So let's do the same thing. Int j equals to 1. This loop will be running as long as it is lesser than the current value of n plus 1, meaning it will run n times, and we will be incrementing the value of j here until the value of j is less than n plus 1. So, and every time, let's say, we will be printing, let's print a pattern, and here I will be using system.out.print, because what this does is it will print in one single line. Let me print, let's print an asterisk, and in this for loop, so every time I've printed one asterisk, I will be giving it a line indent. So system.out.print ln, that's it, because we're just giving an indent. Yep. So what's happening here? So this for loop runs 5 times, and what this does is, inside this for loop we have another for loop which will run lesser than n plus 1 times, so basically n times, and every iteration it will be increasing the value of 1. So what this will do is it will print an asterisk in one line n times. So this way we are essentially printing a triangle. I'll show you what I mean. Let's compile and run this. Compile. Let's run this. Yep. So let's compare this and our code. So the first iteration, oops. Yep. So the first iteration, n is 1, and because n is less than 6, it will run, and we are incrementing n's value to 2, so the next value will be 2, and int j is 1, and because j is less than n plus 1, which is 2, we will be incrementing j's value to 2, so the next value of j is 2, and we'll be printing asterisk. Now you may be wondering, why did this just not print 111? So because j is always going to be lesser than 1, lesser than n, and n plus 1, and it's just gonna like print it once. That's wrong, because j's value, it gets reset every iteration of the outer for loop. So this is so its next iteration, j's value will again be reinitialized to 1. So this variable's value is being reinitialized every iteration, so it's gonna print it until it's lesser than what do you call, n plus 1. Yeah. So which is why we are getting this triangle pattern. So I hope you understood nested loops from this, and I'll see you in the next one.